Africa is making significant discoveries in oil and gas, with Namibia being the latest to discover these resources. But the discoveries in Namibia have been met with demonstrations by pressure groups calling on government to abandon these explorations in fear of destroying the environment. Some speakers at the conference say this is nothing but efforts by some Western powers to deny Africa becoming self-reliant by exploring these resources. Dr. Omar Farouk Ibrahim, the Secretary General of the African Petroleum Producers Organization, in his address came out in support of oil exploration in Namibia.
You should never hear anything about abandoning what God has given to you to make you help develop your peoples. We believe seriously that the West has lost the moral right to ask the world to abandon fossil fuels when they used it in the 18th and 19th century and 20th century, knowing very well that these are the dangers of using it. Today, they want us to abandon it because they don't want us to be able to catch up.
Now that Namibia has discovered oil, the question is, what is next? Gabriel Mbanga Obiang Lima, the Minister of Mines and Hydrocarbons in Equatorial Guinea, who has been in the industry, said he has learned the hard way.
Namibia should never feel or either apologize to anybody for being able to have a discovery of gas and oil and develop that resource. This is a great opportunity that you should not follow what other people that they don't have resource to tell you what to do with your resource. It is your responsibility. You will decide what to do. Now, the second one that is very important, and I want to insist because I already have told the minister, you have to visit your other African countries who have already discovered, developed, and produced the resource. And the last one, and very important, you have to be very careful with consultants. Consultants do their job according to what you pay for, but also they work for everybody. So it's very important that the same consultants that were in Equatorial Guinea 25 years ago, they say that in Equatorial Guinea there is not oil and gas. The same Equatorial Guinea that we have an LNG plant, we have oil production. These are the same consultants that say it was very difficult to find the resource in Namibia. So I think it's very important that Namibia and everybody use common sense.
Since the discoveries of oil and gas in Namibia, there has been a public debate whether this will be a blessing or a curse. Mines and Energy Minister Tom Alwendo was part of the panel, and he confronted this question.
Whether it's going to be a curse or a blessing depends on what we decide to do. It's really simple. What do you decide to do? Things don't just happen. I mean, they happen either because the policy you have taken, or because if you have got weak systems, or it can go wrong because the revenue that is generated from the sector does not actually go and save the public. It actually go in the pockets of few people. The money gets stolen. And therefore, if you do not careful that you got strong institutions, whether it's now corporate institutions or whether it's political institutions, you need to have strong institutions that can fight against something goes wrong. But when I look at our environment, I think our political institutions are such that I don't see how that should become a curse.
The conference, which is expected to end on Thursday, will also discuss ways on how to make Namibia and Africa's industrialization dream a reality through growing its energy sector. Timo Andreas, NBC News, Windhoek.